Wily Corp was probably the episode that had the longest production time.
I got to be the nephew of Dr. Wily again, and I couldn't wait to reprise that role.
He wanted me to do a training video where pretty much everything goes wrong.
Wily Corp, where we've had less than a dozen incidents in which our products have turned on mankind.
Oh, God, why?
This involved people at different depths, explosions, fire, smoke, all kinds of stuff. And on top of that, he wanted it to look like it was inside of like an 8-bit Mega Man room.
Mike was in that episode. He's never in any episodes. He should be in more episodes.
I was just in the green screen with the fire extinguisher, and my voice kind of morphed into Arnold.
Get to the chopper!
I don't know why I turned into Arnold.
I blurred out the background, making sure all the stuff out the window was considerably more blurred out than the stuff that was inside the room. Added a nice reflection on the floor. Made the fire extinguisher blow off. Then there was a bit of smoke coming out of the top of the screen. Just adding those last couple of touches.
That's my favorite part of that episode. And then you see like Steph and Mike crying in the background.
Goes immediately from happy bubbly to weeping very rapidly.
Or caused by anyone or anything here at Wily Corp.
The most bizarre crossover of all time, a character from a film that I did last year.
So I did a film called The Exotic Misadventures of Beatrix for Adriana Studios for Project 21. And I played a Swedish guy named Sven Svensson IV. Sven Svensson wore a little key ring with like 7 or 8 IKEA Allen wrenches on it. And in this one, he's got Allen wrench themed Robot Master.
To see him pop up in a Living in 8-Bits episode was very entertaining to me. I thought it was hilarious.
Why didn't you tell me this was such a bad idea?
Again, the accent was not researched or anything. I just did it.
I could not do a Swedish accent. Could not at all do a Swedish accent. You can call me out on that one. That was horrible. It was pathetic.
Because the next time you listen to me will be the first time ever.
I was filming in front of a green screen. Jeff had already filmed his scene. And so the first time we filmed it, I looked normal. I had my glasses on. I had my tie on and everything. We filmed it again. I had one side of the trench coat tucked in. He goes, okay, and he filmed it. The third time we filmed it, I had this tucked in, the tie loose, and my hair sticking up with my glasses crooked. He goes, Carmen, you can't keep doing this because none of these are gonna sync together. He goes, which one are you gonna keep? Like, just set up which one you're gonna stay with so we can film this. And I said, all right, and so I went really over the top goofy. He looked at me and he just put his head down and started to laugh, and he goes, oh my God, you look ridiculous. He goes, are you really gonna stick like that? I said, yeah. The look Mike gave me was, I really don't like the fact that Carmen just did this, but he wants to be like this, so that's fine. And that was just me trying to one-up Jeff without Jeff actually being there, and I think I won. He'll tell you differently, but I think I won that one.
I'm going to tell you nothing, and I'm going to let him think whatever he wants.
Touché.
The talk boy would not agree with me, whether it was the thing that slid out or pushing the buttons on time, the buttons not going down all the way. I got pretty mad at that talk boy.
I liked the added Guntar character. That was cool that I had an assistant this time.
Gunter, who was my good friend Joe, one of my best friends. I've known him for a long time.
I forget how exactly the Gunter role became a thing, but I started out just being one of the interns that just evolved into this Igor-like character, being the weird assistant to Laurie's character.
Thank you, Gunter. Oh, you're so very good.
We had like pretzels on set. Then Laurie started getting the pretzels and started giving them to me as like treats. I went from like Igor down to like a golden retriever, like a dog. Like,
Why do you make good to do all the work? Get somebody with that mouth! No, but I kiss you!
That was probably the scariest Living in 8-Bits moment for me. They were carrying me by my arms, dragging me across the floor, and then they had to drop me and start fighting.
I was actually hitting them. I kind of like threw him out of the room. Poor Diana, who was sitting there lying. I thought I kicked her during one take.
I'm on the ground looking up, and all I see is their hands slapping each other. There's like spit flying out of their mouth everywhere, and I just had to lay there, and I was like, one of these guys are gonna fall on me or kick me by accident.
I just got so much spit on me.
And of course we had to throw in some of the more suggestive bosses for Laurie to do at the end of each episode.
Beaten Mistress, I was like, okay, we're at it again.
Bead Mistress, I didn't get it at first, so I used the lovely internet and Google to understand more. It's very inappropriate.
if I remember right, was supposed to be kind of like a GIMP sort of character, but the fact that they had the beads involved just kind of screamed to me like, no, you got to do like this dominatrix sort of thing with it. This has to be like a female robot, like it'll add that extra bit of naughtiness to the whole thing.
Bead Mistress is pretty intense and also very, very suggestive. I think almost leaves less to the imagination. It was pretty clear what Bead Mistress was.
I'm okay without that ever being a thing.